Yo, yo, yo! Welcome to another Wasted and Graphic show.
Or Graphic and Wasted show, however you want to slice it.
Oh, yes! Yo, we got a special one here, y'all. We have a special one here. We got a legend here, man. We got Jacoby Ford backstage, y'all. And I can't wait to get started, man.
This
But
our era right here. Wasted,
this,
like, you know what I mean? Like,
this is our era, y'all. And I'm not even going to bore you guys with the intro to my show. I'm not even going to do it. We're going to bring them up right now, man. Brother, what is going on, man?
Man, nothing much. Just a long day over here. Just winding down, man. Winding down. The little ones probably running around somewhere. It'll be only a matter of time before she pops in here at some point.
you in Florida right now?
Yeah, I'm in Florida.
Bro, how hot is it out there? It's 107. I'm in Dallas right now, and it's blazing.
It was just like 105 not that long ago. But, we got that humidity as well. So,
Ugh.
Yeah, humidity is like
Vegas. Was just in Vegas last month, maybe like a month ago.
Yeah.
I'm doing some stuff with the Raiders, so I felt that heat with that little heat wave. That was definitely hot, though.
It ain't Oakland, bro. It ain't Oakland.
Nah.
not at all, man. Listen, man, that humidity down there is like a 30 degrees more temperature. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it's hot, man. It's hot. You get used to it, though. You get used to it.
Yeah, brother. Well, so let me ask you a question, man. You mentioned you're in your coaching bag right now. I noticed, man.
Mm-hmm.
Are you coaching your first love? I mean, is football your first love, or is track and field your first love, man? Because you were phenomenal, man, at both.
Football. Track was just something I knew that would help me with football. Just because if someone tried to trip me up or something like that, to work on your turnover in track just kind of translates over to football. But just being faster in general and just having your legs just always be a little stronger. You can run a little bit longer than everybody in the long run. And I knew it would just help me stay in shape. And I mean, I never wanted to stop doing something always during college. So I never left school. I think I probably went home probably 1 or 2 weeks throughout the whole year.
Wow.
And then that's it. Other than that, I'm at school all summer 1, summer 2, loading up on credits so I can graduate early like I did.
You still coaching over at West Boca too, right?
Coaching over at West Boca. This is my second year over there. I was over at my alma mater, Cardinal Newman, 4 years before that.
How's it feel, man, to kind of be the guidance to this next generation? Because your play, that speedster. You look at the NFL today, Jacoby. You would have fit in very well right now with what the Dolphins are doing down there, what a few of these teams are doing, man. How does it feel to be able to have you put your hands on the youth a little bit, pause if necessary, and help mold those guys?
It feels good because, for one, when I was coming out, it was more so if you're a small guy, you have to play big or you have to, do something super crazy at that stature, or they want you to weigh heavy. But now it's like if you're 175, you can stay 175. You don't have to try to get to the combine and be 195 like they want you to be and trying to cut weight right there the night before, morning of, just so you can run the 40.
Yeah.
So it definitely is different now because not before it was like, oh, the little guys that get in there, they might move them back to the, later rounds in the draft. Now, drafted early. Like now we're an asset. They're seeing how much of an asset we are to a team. And also they're bringing back kickoff return in a different way. So I think that's going to make a big change in the game because I think that's something they took away. That's just a different dynamic of the game. I think they took away that should be brought back, and I'm glad they are bringing it back. Yeah. But coaching the youth, they see me, they see that I've been able to do it at the highest level. It gives them some motivation as well. And I'm honestly trying to give them all the jewels, all the knowledge I can now. So then whenever they do get to the next level, they're not culture shocked at all. They'll just be like, okay, yeah, Coach Ford did tell me about that. So I just want them mentally ready, physically ready as best they can, and it's just so they can be ready. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, because and not to be redundant, but my first big question was, man, I mean, do you feel like you kind of missed out on playing in this era? Because with Antonio Brown, Tyreek Hill, guys like that, these are guys that are around the same size as you. And like you said previously, man, these guys are guys who are of the same stature, and they're looked at as featured receivers. And in your era, that was a misnomer at this point, man. Sometimes do you kind of wish that you were playing in this era right now, man, to kind of show what you had? Because your skill set really, to me, reminds me a lot of what Tyreek Hill does.
And you're only 36 for it. I'm just saying, man. I know you got a birthday coming up, you know what I mean? But you still in your 30s, man, you know.
Yeah, no, that's funny you actually say Tyreek because when he started going crazy, just doing everything that he was doing, Hayward Bay was like, dude, every time I see him, I'd be like, yo, Cole was already doing that kind of stuff a little bit. Like he was already running the reverses. He was, taking the top off like that. But Tyreek does some crazy stuff that I'd be like looking like how does he jump up there and make this catch? Like the dude does some phenomenal stuff, man. I just be looking like, he's super explosive. But just how they have him on the move, it's crazy. How much separation he gets from people. But man, that's what happens when you kind of have guys that you can just kind of keep on the move and play to their strengths. And I mean, shoot until you can stop it. It's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope to see. The little guys getting the bags, and we out here eating. Everybody. They look up to us now. Sometimes. So it just doesn't matter where you go. Honestly, I feel like in the draft. Just as long as you go in there with the mentality you want to go out there and make plays and just be ready to go play now and be ready for these guys whenever you do get there.
Yeah.
For whatever organization it is. And you just go out there and represent it well and just stay consistent and stay hungry. And, I had a coach tell me from even before my rookie season was over, say, hey, good game, but just, keep this mentality, keep the hunger because we will be trying to draft a rookie, that can do it, just as good as you or better. For a cheaper price. So, man, it's cutthroat. It's cutthroat. But
yeah,
say that
to business.
Scare me or nothing. He was just more so exactly telling me the business of it, just telling me how this, just how this goes. Anybody can be expendable. So I learned that very quick in the NFL. Very quick.
How's it feel, man? Because last season, I was at the alumni party. I was with my big bro Stuart Schweigert. And I don't know if you remember, it was a whole party, man. So we were all lit. Everybody was together talking. And I seen you there
up on the rooftop.
Yes, up there where the scars were. Yes, we were up there hanging out. But then me and you talked a little bit with C. Wood down at the bottom, the first level. We were talking for a split second. And I was excited. I told you one thing. I was lit. So, but I want to ask you, man.
Everybody felt good, man.
Definitely. It was a great time. But you've been removed, from the nation for a little while, man. And Mark, brings back the alumni and has this new program. We see you out in Vegas last month, the whole magician thing, with Lamar Houston was hilarious. You know what I mean? But
crazy.
Insane.
Crazy.
Bro, I saw you like Eddie Murphy, like, holy shit, what was that?
I was messed up after that, man.
You're like, whoa.
I came out, I had to go get a drink instantly.
Yeah.
Just like, what's wrong, man? I'm like, man, I'm messed up right now. I said, what he just did, but Aaron in the back,
insane.
Yeah, that was insane because we did that before anybody saw like what was going on. So yeah, I was messed up.
But being back in the building and Mark, having this, the number one alumni program in sports, period. You know what I mean? You being there with a bunch of former guys and legends and Hall of Famers. I mean, how does it feel, man, being back in the building and being back in tune with the nation, man? I mean, Mark, how's that relationship been?
It's been refreshing. It's super refreshing. I got to actually, chat with Mark quite a bit at the wellness retreat, because you got to catch him when you can because everybody just wants to say hi to him. But, it's seldom that you can kind of get him to, just get by himself and have a quick convo with him. So, I got to chat with him for a little bit. And every time I do, I'm always the same way with him. Every time I used to see him, I, nudge him, bump him a little bit, beat him up, that's just me, my character, just how I am with him.
I love it.
He sees me, he gives me a hug, asks me how I'm doing, asks about my family, how I'm coaching, how's coaching going, ask him like how is his house going with being built. He wasn't too thrilled about that. So taking a little longer than what he expected. But to come back how it is, you honestly still feel like you're still part of it. So for us to always come back and do these signings and just to be around the fans, to be around some of the guys still, and just to still feel like you're part of the the nation still, just it does something to us, to the guys that played, and we get to come back and be around people that we played with, people we didn't even play with. Like me and Jerry Robinson are probably like super cool. Like I wish I played over there when Jerry was playing. Like love him. Like Freddie B. Plunkett, like I became super close with, all these legends over here all through this alumni thing, just because, we've been able to come back and do all these events and be around each other. So, it's been awesome, and I was also able to pull off that Cliff Branch thing too. That was pretty touching for me.
That was dope.
That's fire, man.
Yeah, they love that one there, and I didn't know it was gonna turn out like that, to be honest. And I almost pulled my hamstring too. I was rolling for a little bit.
That's amazing, man. Bro, you know what? It's funny, man. Speaking of Mark Davis, man, you had the distinct pleasure of playing under the legend, the godfather of all of this, Al Davis, the man who said once a Raider, always a Raider, right? Yep. Yo, do me a favor, man. Walk me through what it was like, because I know you got drafted like in 2010, and then he died shortly after, right? Walk me through what it was like playing under the late great Al Davis, man.
It was an honor. It was truly an honor, because you knew what you were doing whenever you had to put that silver and black on, and then just to go play for him and everything that he stood for the NFL all around. His presence was very known. Even just being in the building, to where if you're there at a certain time in the afternoon, you better make sure your head's on the swivel, because if he was coming in that building, it's just like an eerie feeling that just it just happens.
Yeah.
And he would just be coming through there. He would always get his workout in every day, though, believe it or not. So I was actually very impressed with that. Like, you would go, like, you'd be in there, like, all of a sudden you just go by the weight room, and he'd just be in there just working out. He would be in there on his machines. Yep, he had the same little couple machines that he would work out on. So he was super active. Loved his players. You can just see how much he loved his players. Anytime I would go into his office to meet him, just to talk to him, was nervous, obviously, at first. The first time I ever met him, but I went back there, and he stood up, and just with a big smile on his face, we talked, shook his hand. Was only probably mad at him one time when he made me, because I was ready to come home. We went to the rookie symposium, and I'll never forget, he made myself and Lamar Houston fly back from San Diego just to come back to Oakland, just to see him. He just wanted to see us. That's it. Just me and Lamar. I'm like, man, I'm trying to get back home to the crib. Like, everybody was leaving, and I was all right. So I went back, and honestly, it was great, because he just wanted to make sure I knew that we were working on getting a deal done for the rookie deal, and it would get signed and everything. So, and that's really all he wanted. He just wanted to put eyes on you, make sure you were good. And I mean, up until he passed, man, you knew his presence, because even when I broke my hand the first day of my second year in the league, doing Oklahoma drill. I remember he was mad at my receiver coach Sanjit, like, why is he doing Oklahoma drill? And I'm like, man, Sanjay, it just happened. Like, I didn't know it was broke. We locked in. D-Mac ran. I blocked the dude to the ground, and we both went at it. My hand just ended up slipping in his helmet, and I tried to do one-on-ones, like 2 reps, and then I was like, man, something ain't right. And before you know it, hands broke. I go get surgery. 2 days later, miss 2 games of preseason, come back, play, and then first game of Denver, I caught a screen, and Von Miller just hit my hand.
I remember.
He hit my hand right at the ball right here. There was nothing I could. He hit his helmet, hit right on there, and my hand just said like this. They were like, "What happened?" I said, "Man, he just hit me right on my hand." I said, "It just opened up." I said, "There was nothing I could do," because I wouldn't just fumble the ball, but he hit it dead on. So.
You come in 2010, you're drafted in the 4th round. You're an Al Davis guy. We know this speedster, like point blank period. You come onto a team that goes 500 that year, right? Under Tom Cable. We look okay. It looks like, we're kind of on the up and up. You know what I mean? You're facing an all-pro, and he's an all-pro corner that year as well in Nnamdi. And you have a guy in Richard Seymour on the defensive line who's a Pro Bowler that year as well. Right. And then you have Darren McFadden, who had I think a monster year that year. I think he had 1,200 rushing yards. He had over 500. He had 500 receiving yards.
At Bush.
And Bush as well. Right. You have all this talent. How does it feel as a rookie coming in and you just, is it like a surreal moment? And how did it feel going against Nnamdi in practice? I need to know that, because this dude was different.
Man, Nnamdi, I'll never forget the first time I had to go run routes against Nnamdi. I ran an over route. So I ran the over route, and I'm thinking I'm doing a great job of, stemming in, getting up, breaking across. As soon as I stemmed up, I look, and Namdi is already up under me, and he's already cut the route off. Like he ran the rest of the route for me, and it honestly discouraged me. I'm just like, I went back to my coach. I said, Sanjit, I'm like, what? Like, what? He said, the guy's been in the league. He said, this is a true vet. He knows. He reads routes. He knows concepts. So he guessed, and he guessed right.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. So now I'm starting to get it. So, but man, going against him was great because he was a super long DB, rangy, fast, can run, can super smart as well. Playing off the ball. But I mean, going against all our DBs was ridiculous. You had him, you had Stan Rout, you had Chris Johnson, Tavon Branch, you had Huff.
Yeah.
And on the D line, you got Richard Seymour, who can shut down practice at any time. I seen that. I witnessed that at camp. He said, I'll shut this practice down. I seen him just stuff 3 plays, and then he picked D-Mac up on the 4th play and walked him all the way back to Hugh Jackson. So I've seen that happen. Like, that's a grown man right there. Like, it's just some people you mess with, some people you don't make mad in practice, and he's definitely one of them. But man, he's a great teammate, man. But I was like, yeah, see him, it's a true grown man right there. Yeah, I was still a young buck, still coming into the league, but yes, Seymour was him.
So let me ask you a quick question, man. The transition from Tom Cable to Hugh Jackson.
Yeah.
How was that in the locker room at that time? Because it was something to where, as a fan, right, we're thinking that we're heading on that upward trajectory. And I know Al was not happy about some of the things that he said in that press conference. He said, we're not losers anymore. When you guys went 500, he made the change. Was that tough for you guys to deal with? Did you have a kind of an adjustment period dealing with Hugh? Because I know Hugh was y'all offensive coordinator, and then he got promoted to coach, so there was some familiarity there. But you guys as a team, how did you guys take that in the locker room when they got rid of Tom?
I think some people were indifferent, because I was actually, rest in peace, Quentin Groves. Me and Quentin Groves actually we were in San Francisco finishing up. It was something with the news out there. Me and him were finishing up, and it just popped. And I remember there was a reporter. Her name was Katie. I forgot her name. I forgot her last name, but she called and she said, "Hey, you see the news?" And we were like, "What news?" And they said Cable was fired. And honestly, I was upset about it. Because I liked Cable as a coach. I like what he stood for. I like what we were doing. I like the whole staff we had though at that time. And then they said Hugh was going to be the guy. So I was like, all right, well, we're good. But then we just lost games that we shouldn't have lost in that year. That was just unfortunate. Mistakes, but just beat ourselves, inflicted wounds that beat ourselves and costly mistakes. I definitely had one. We got 3 points off of Jacksonville. See, I still remember. I was like, damn, I fumbled on that one there. But yeah, they only got 3 points out of it. And but when they fired him, I saw him actually right as it happened, because I was packing up my bag. I was actually packing up stuff to send home storage. And I saw him go by, and then all of a sudden I get a call from Jason Campbell saying that Hugh got fired. And I'm like, then I see Hugh drive by, so I stopped and I called Hugh, and he picks up right away. And I was like, Hugh, I said, what's going on? He's like, hey man, they just freaking fired me, I said, Jacoby went 8-8, 1 game away from, being in the conference and being conference champions, and we, they fired me. I was like, damn. Another way I see just business, so it was shock. I think I can't speak for everybody how they felt. I just know, it hurt me to see him leave, but at the same time, man, I was already in that mentality. I knew what this was as business.
How did it feel? You brought up Jason Campbell. I've spoken to a lot of guys that came from that era that were on that roster, and they loved him. They thought that he was like the glue, to that offense in the locker room. How did that feel? We lose him and we bring in Carson Palmer, right? Like, how was that transition for you? I know you were dealing with an injury in year 2, but how was the locker room, going from Campbell to Carson Palmer?
Tough, man, because you already knew what we knew what it was. You're not bringing in Carson Palmer just for a couple games.
Yeah.
We knew Carson was there to stay.
The writing was on the wall.
Yeah. I mean, we knew that. So that's at the same time. While Hugh was coach, we're like, Hugh, how are you letting this happen? Just like in our heads, like, how could you do that to Jason after, everything Jason was doing for us, the camaraderie we had with Jason. Yeah, we know he had a broken collarbone, but it's just a broken collarbone. You can come back from that. So that just kind of ruffled feathers, at that point there. But, we were like, hey, we got Carson. We're going to go do what we have to do. We had to go. We had to learn our offense, learn whatever offense that he wanted to put in. So it was an adjustment. It was just an adjustment that we all had to do. We had to get through. And, we had to adjust and we had to learn how to catch from Carson, because Carson threw a whole different ball.
Yep.
Completely different. Like, he gets so much air under the ball. And I was like, yo, how is he? I can lie. He was playing. Like, he would throw he would throw a corner post so far and high. And I'm like, you throw it. The only other person I saw throw like far like him was Terrell Pryor, to be honest.
Oh, wow.
Like that. Like, Jason was just very smooth, just timing on point. Just it was just different. But Carson would show like his big arm, but it was different. It was definitely different.
Yeah, man. I mean, not to dwell too deep into the dark times, man. We're gonna try to bring it back, man, because that's an era right there where, and I know you probably feel this way too. That's an era right there where a few things change, and this team could have that team to me, and I'm not just being a biased fan, right? That's a team that definitely could have took off. It had the talent. They were starting to shore the trenches up. They probably needed a couple of pieces on the offensive line, and that was a team that definitely could have competed. And I know, and I don't want to speak for you, but I want to ask you, man. I mean, is that one of the great regrets of your playing career, that thing couldn't turn around the way it looked like it was going?
Man, we definitely wanted to. We never wanted to lose. We never wanted it to. We never wanted that first team to actually be gone from when Cable had it. We wanted that original team to come back, and we thought we would, but the pieces just weren't there for that. So we had to go and we got other pieces, which we had them. We just couldn't. It was just something we just couldn't put all together sometimes. That was just there was just unfortunate events for us. Like I said, we just had a habit of losing games we shouldn't have lost, and it's hard to explain. Sometimes it was frustrating, because we know we had the talent to go and compete with anybody, everybody. It's crazy to see that we cannot beat Kansas City. We were beating a very good Kansas City team back then, like a very good Kansas City team. Like if you got on third down and I remember they had the craziest percentage. If you got to like a third down or something on Kansas City, it was probably like impossible to get it. Like that's how good they were. Like in that secondary and that front four, like they were. I mean, that was extremely talented team.
Yeah, man. Well, let's get away from
the dark times. Let's bring it back. We got to get happy here.
I want to ask you, Cole, what was your favorite moment in Oakland? Because as Raider fans,
Hi Oakland.
There you go. I love it because I grew up. Oh, hey, how you doing?
Hey,
I love it. I grew up out there in Northern California. I grew up at the Oakland Coliseum. I was there pretty much every damn Sunday, right? So, how much did that Oakland mean to you? You know what I mean? Like going from Clemson to a big time school. Probably the facilities are probably better in Clemson, right? I know you're laughing because it's probably true.
Man, listen. There's nothing like the town. Like I can't even lie to you. The love I have for the town, just from my time being there, it feels like home. Like I still consider it home. Still love the Bay Area.
Love it.
And I was hurt for the town whenever them Raiders had to leave. Because I know how much that meant.
Yeah.
And, then you get the Warriors that leave as well. So that's just like another heartbreaker for them. Like I felt for them. I hurt. I hated that for them. But at the same time, change needed to be done. If it couldn't be done in Oakland, it had to be done somewhere else. And at least it's right there in Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, like you couldn't ask for a better setup than what they have there. Like just for the organization, for the players, it's deserving. Because the facilities we had, man, like it was rough.
Yeah.
Like, people would be very culture shocked when they came there from other teams. They'd be like, "This is your facility." I'm like, "Yeah, this is what we have. This is it. Yeah. This is our training room. This is our lunch room. Like it was very very eye opening. But it was just original. It was just old school. It was just what we liked. So I mean, to us, it's home. It's the crib. That's where we at with it. So.
Hey, Wasted, there was like a grimy weekly right behind the headquarters on Harbor Bay, bro. Like literally, there was a hotel right behind the facility.
Yeah, I think it was like a I think
like a Hampton or something. Yeah,
Hampton. They made it into a Hampton. They would put some players there, or the little extended stay right next to it.
That was the one that extended. Yeah, it was nasty work over there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! So it must.
I never touched over there.
It must blow your mind to see where we at now.
Yeah, I dabber a little bit in San Jose, San Fran. I loved Walnut Creek. I can't even lie to you, though.
Oh yeah,
Walnut Creek probably one of my favorite places to be.
Yeah, it's beautiful out there. Walnut Creek, Concord, that whole area.
You know who actually I used to always have lunch with out there? It's Mark Davis.
Wow.
Yeah, he used to always go to the PF Chang's. Like I mean, it's PF Chang's in Walnut Creek. Nobody would know. Like lunch, he'd go to like a random lunchtime, and I just randomly catch him in there, just have lunch, casual. And then go about my business. Like that's it.
I love that, bro. Like I know. Like I was thinking, man. Like when you get players that played their career on the baseball diamond and all of that, and played in Oakland, it must be amazing to see where the Raiders are now, and for you guys to be around the facilities now that the guys have. I know it's got to blow your mind, man.
Yeah, you ain't got to play on that dirt.
The Seagulls.
You can never practice for that dirt.
Yeah,
the grass. I mean, it's fine, but like that dirt was ass.
Yeah, bro. I've been shit on in Oco a million times by them Seagulls too.
Like you wouldn't even want to run a route. Like you want to run a route like past it, or not even on. Like you only want to get tackled on that clay because it hurts so bad.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, I don't want the A's to lose, but at the same time, I'm like, but y'all boys hurt and get y'all season done so we can get this grass. Y'all keep winning. That's the longer we got to go. So I used to honestly be like, yo, please don't make playoffs. I'm tired. I can't keep playing on this dirt.
Have you been keeping up with this team now? I know you're getting more closer to the building, getting more involved within the nation and the community. How do you feel about the trajectory of where we're going right now? We got AP in the building, Max Crosby, a phenomenal defensive talent. We got Devontae, one of the best in the world. How do you feel about this team right now in the direction it's going with AP and Tom Telesco calling the shots?
Man, I feel good. I mean, when you start getting a coach that is that recognizes change, embraces the culture, especially the culture of the Raiders, and then just everything else that comes with it, the social media part of it, his swag, the way that he carries himself, all that trickles down to, how your players they're gonna get the personality of their coach.
Yeah.
You can already see it. I mean, when you got a guy like Max Crosby vouching for you, as an intern coach, like that's huge.
Yeah.
Like that's huge. Like the guy wants to be in this building. He wants to be a Raider for life, but at the same time, he wants AP. Yeah. And I think it's good that they actually listen. Like Mark actually listened to his players and got a players coach that the boys gonna go play for, that knows the game, knows how to take care of them, knows how to prepare them to get them right. I know he's gonna put them in the best situations to win games, and it's just their job to go out there and just go do it. And we got all the pieces. Whoever's gonna be at the helm gonna sling it. I already know we're gonna get with Gardner. He's gonna just go out there and let loose. Doesn't care. He's gonna make the tough throw.
Oh, you got Gardner.
I'm just saying. I said I know what I'm gonna get with him.
Oh, okay.
I still don't know. Like, Aiden had to go through, the coaching change. I mean, not coaching change, but coaching change.
Yeah.
Quarterback, Carroll and all that. So, now it's gonna be clear for him. So now he's just gonna go. But he's got guys that back him, like like Devontae backs him. Those other guys, everybody backs him. They like him. So I mean, they like him. That's great. That's great. But you already know what just happened. Like, you just know if Minshew's in there when he comes in, you know what you're gonna get. He's a gunslinger, not afraid of to go out there and compete. So I mean, I think we're in a good situation, honestly, with our quarterbacks. I definitely think Aiden's gonna start.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion. I think Aiden will start. And I think them boys gonna be just fine. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We have the defense now wasted too, right? Like let's just say Gardner.
Yeah, we got Wilkins. Yeah, we got Wilkins on the D. Got my
but
boy
if Gardner was out
Jenkins.
there as the gunslinger, and let's just because he'll throw some picks. We have the defense now that can bring us back from it. Like that's what's so crazy.
I mean, you've seen it in the last few games how well we played. We were in every single game.
Yeah,
so like I ain't worried. I'm not worried about the defense. I know the defense is going to do their thing. Mm-hmm. Jack is out there. He's got his hair on fire. So I like it, man. With Ja'Cory Bennett, he's gonna be just fine. He trained down here with us at XPE. So
that's dope. So you're training with some of the guys on the team. I didn't even know that, man.
Yeah. He trained down here when he came out. Me and John Jenkins used to train down. I mean, John Jenkins from down here. He used to train down here with us as well. Obviously, Hunter. I just saw Hunter Renfro actually a month ago as well.
Clemson boys.
Yeah,
man. It's good to talk to good old Hunter. It's good to talk.
Bro, you have your finger on the pulse still. Like I love this because a lot of guys come on. We'll bring on former players and stuff, and they're kind of like trying to get back up to speed with what. Like you sitting here saying names. I'm like,
I love it, man.
I'm on it. I keep my ears to it. I just sit back and watch. I don't say too much, but when I do, I know I'll dabber in there a little bit.
So let me ask you.
I told him just bring me on something with player personnel. I'd be a great hire for him.
Talk that.
You definitely would, bro. Let me ask you a question, man. Since I know you're around the roster, around the team. Is there anybody currently on the roster that reminds you of you, man? And there's one guy Trey Tucker. Yeah. Trey Tucker's a guy where I'm like, man, that could be our Jacoby Ford for this.
Yeah, that's who I would say. That's who I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna have him return kicks this year because now it's becoming a part of the game that's more integral. They kind of eliminated it from the game in years past, and now they're bringing it back, and it's going to be, like what it's supposed to be. It kind of bothered me when the National Football League kind of tried to take a third of the game away. Just for, look, and player safety is very, very important. But at the end of the day, that's an integral part of the game. You have to have the kick return and punt return, man. You have
to. I can't lie. It used to be wild. I mean, it used to have 3-4 man wedges, and you used to have somebody that was crazy enough to just run their ass down there. And your job is to do what? Just bust the wedge.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But we literally had a guy two guys that was their job. You just bust the wedge, and I like the new rule, man. I think it's good, but it's gonna definitely bring that dynamic back, and I think it's something that they need in the game. You need that. Like it's
you definitely need that. You need to have that home run threat. That's what makes the National Football League exciting. You know what I mean? When you try to like kind of officiate the excitement out of the game, I don't want the league to kill the goose that laid the golden egg. The National Football League is the number one probably entertainment brand in all of entertainment, man.
Mm-hmm.
All entertainment.
Real quick, Jacoby, a good friend of mine and a homie of yours just called. I had to hit the end button. My apologies. I'm not trying to derail the show. Marquette King told me to tell you what's up.
Kick it.
That's my guy, man. That's my brother, man. He tried to call right now on FaceTime. I was going to put it to the screen, but I was like, I'll call him afterward. He told me to tell you what's up to my brother, man.
You know what? Call him back. Bring him on, man. Right? When you don't mind speaking to him, right?
Somebody need to get that man a shot.
Yeah, man. Look, there's not 32 other punters better than Marquette King, bro. Like they need to bring him back. It's unbelievable.
Man, listen, I've seen two of the craziest. I was around two of the best kickers. I feel like all time: Sebastian Janikowski, Shane Leckler. It's crazy with Sebastian because Sebastian went to school with my brother. My brother went to Florida State, so I was around Sebastian when I was a jit. When I was younger. What's up, my boy?
Oh, hold on.
You got it on mute. Hold up.
Hold on. We get the audio right. Hold on. Cat, what's up? We got Jacoby on, bro.
Oh, shit. Where you at? I don't see him.
I see you.
What's happening, Captain?
Man, ain't nothing I can't call it. How you doing?
I'm living it up, man. I got to plan this trip to Japan, man. So, doing a bunch of ish. You feel me?
You about to go to Japan?
Yeah, I got to do like 3 shows.
But that's fire. That's fire.
Yeah,
Talk
that's
fire.
that big boy stuff right there, man. You've been big timing us right now, man. What's going on here?
Japan, though. All right.
Hey, you know I've been doing some hype man work for him. Hey, we headed to Japan, King. What's up?
We out.
Oh, hey, look, we definitely got to talk. I'm gonna call you after this live, man. I wanted you to connect with Jacoby real quick.
Hey, good to talk to you, my boy.
Hey, always good to talk to you too, boy. Stay up.
All right, bro. Much love.
I'm gonna call you right back, brother.
Yo, that's phenomenal, man. That's phenomenal, man. You know what, man? It's I wanted to say thank you, man, for pulling up and gracing us with your presence, bro. You know, you're one of all of our favorite Raiders, man. Some of the more exciting times that we had as fans, man. You were a part of that,
man. I do appreciate. I appreciate everybody in the comments too, as well. I appreciate everything. I've been popping in and seeing, man. I appreciate all the love,
bro,
everybody.
We remember those 4 returns vividly. You know what I mean? We remember you breaking your hand and thinking, damn, what if? You know what I mean? Like, what could have happened? You know what I mean? If that never happened, man, like, we had really high hopes for you, man. And I'm hoping moving forward, you know, the nation now that they see you on the screen, they see you in Vegas, man, you know, they get a lot more tapped in with you. And hopefully, man, like you were saying, we need to get you in the building, brother. What's up? Like, we got to get you involved.
Hey, trying, man. I'm trying. I'll stay at it. I will stay at it.
I mean, you're a coach now. I mean, you have. It's not like you're not.
Hey, I got experience. My resume speaks for itself. I got the resume for it. All I need is a foot in the door. That's it. And I know what I can. I know what I bring to the table as far as whatever y'all need me to do.
Yeah, man.
I'm here.
We appreciate you, brother. As always, we're not gonna keep you all day, but we would love to have you come back maybe sometime during the season, man, and pick your brain a little bit about what's going on. If that's
definitely. Most definitely. Wouldn't mind at all.
Oh man, my dog. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother, for pulling up, man, and blessing us, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, I hear that one a lot. I still hang with Dwayne Bowe all the time.
Debo.
All the time. Talk to him today, actually. All the time. We always together. Our daughters be hanging out.
Jacob, matter of fact, before we get out of here, hold on. We got to ask him this, Wasted. 5 favorite teammates of all time. I don't want to make you feel like, you know, you have to put anybody on front street, but 5. They can go Clemson, Raiders, whoever, just all combined. Your 5 favorite teammates of all time.
You said Clemson, Raiders too?
It could be Clemson, it could be the Raiders, just whoever.
Sheesh. That's tough. If I go, definitely Spiller, DHB.
Still.
Man, that's tough. Johnny Lee Higgins.
Johnny Lee.
I'm at 3.
Well, you and McFadden pretty tight?
Yeah, we are. We hella tight. He's in there.
DMC lives right up the street from me. I see him all the time.
Me and DMC, we've done a few events together. We traveled back and forth. We actually all talked today. We're trying to get to golf. Me, Mike Huff, Tyvon Branch, Mike Mitchell.
Oh, Mike Mitchell.
Mike Mitchell was a missile.
Damn.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Jones. Dude, I mean, shoot, me and Tyvon was cool, but it was like it's tough because.
Y'all seem like you were a close group, bro.
Yeah,
I was close, but I was close. Man, we had a nice little group, man. We all hung out. We would all hang out at D-Mac's house, shoot pool, be up there all the time, man. And I mean, we always caught our vibes, you know. So we were a close team. I will say that between like running backs, defense, like we all stayed together. So
yeah,
for a good amount. So. That's why it's always good. We still got that same camaraderie now where we all can always still get together and stuff.
I love that, man.
All right. So really quickly, because this is the last thing I'm going to say, bro. And I always got to ask every Raider.
What's up?
Give me your Raider Mount Rushmore.
Oh, man. I'm not doing that.
Smart man. Smart man.
I'm good, man. That one there. I'm good. You know, I'm gonna leave that one there alone. We got too many greats on there to name. To be honest, man, that's tough.
That's a Raider answer. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah,
Listen,
that's it. We all great. We all in that Rushmore.
I love it, man. Salute to Cole once again.
Salute, man. Hey, man, we appreciate you, brother. I don't want to keep you too long, man.
Nah, man, I appreciate it.
Thank you for pulling up, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Before you get out of here, real quick, man, let everybody know what you got going on, where they can follow you at on socials, just wherever the nation can keep up with you, man.
My Twitter was hacked, so I hate this Twitter now. So this one here, I don't even know what this Twitter is. I think it's like Jacoby Ford 11, something like that.
Okay.
But I'm more active on my Instagram, just the real Jacoby Ford. So you want to follow me there, follow me.
I'm going to share it in my community tab. Graphk will share it. We're going to put it all over social media, tell everybody to follow you and stuff like that, man.
Is there any business you want to plug or anything with your high school? Just let us know, because one thing about us is, man, like even if it's a drive out there where you guys are trying to get some, we always come together, man, and we make stuff happen, man. So anything you want to plug away, please do, brother.
I better shoot West Boca High School, West Boca Raton High School. Shout out to them, Coach Potts, all my kids. They give me a headache over there. Y'all watching? I love y'all, man. Yeah, make sure y'all get y'all warm-up lines right this week, man. Come on, we gotta finish this right.
There we go.
Man, I love them kids, man. They keep you on your toes. That'd be the most rewarding thing about this too. After all the summer workouts, after all this grind, after all the mother effers you get from them up under their tongue, but it's all worth it in the end when they start going out there and grinding. Because we got a special group with us this year. I ain't gonna lie, we got a running back that is gonna go anywhere in the nation. Just remember his name, JV and Mallory. Okay. Like Clemson's came to see him. CJ came down to see him.
Oh wow!
So
he's one of the ones. He's one of the ones.
Yeah. So that's the first person I've actually had Clemson come see. So he actually came down to see him.
Something in that water down there, Cole, in Florida, man. Y'all boys,
Florida boys different.
Hey, he's only gonna be a junior this year. That's what he's going into his junior year. So,
okay. We got to keep an eye on him. I'm gonna tell East Coast Gridiron to break down some film. He the one that can find some tape. I'm telling you,
a dog. He's a dog.
Okay.
You ain't got to look far. His film is everywhere.
Definitely. Okay.
I promise you. Yeah.
Salute.
All right, my brother. Thank you, man. This has been a wonderful, wonderful episode of Raider Nation Unlimited, man. I'm gonna pull you down, bro. We out of here, man. I mean, Graphk.
Once again, man, salute to Jacoby Ford, our guy, for pulling up. This one is always dope, right? Because, like I said, our era wasted. Like,
man.
Watching him and Lou Murph coming on the show, and those guys from that era. It's always beautiful, man, to have dudes that we grew up and we're like, you know what I mean? Like,
man. These one. What's funny? I have a Darren McFadden jersey for my daughter, my oldest daughter, because she was born the year DMC was drafted. Yeah. And my youngest daughter was born the year Jacoby Ford. That's the jersey that's her first Raider jersey is Jacoby Ford.
I love that. And
my youngest daughter's a Raider fanatic.
Oh yeah. I know because Darren McFadden is her favorite player of all time.
Yeah. Well, no. My oldest daughter, DMC. Okay. My youngest daughter, man, she's just a Raider fanatic.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
Hey, y'all, listen, man. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. This has been a wonderful Graphk Oasis show. We are out of here like yesterday, man. Peace, y'all.